Well, so I am Angie. I'm originally from London, but I moved here in 2001, um, and I live here in Illinois. And my background is that I was a mental health clinician slash social worker in the ER department for abused children,
Mm,
um, and which I loved.
mm,
Probably why I'm a workaholic. And unfortunately, I actually had cancer, and but I'm good, and but which has caused me to have seizures now.
mm,
So I'm not allowed to drive. So I opened up this business, and it's actually was a blessing in disguise.
mm,
So I've always been very creative, and but with the cancer, I had to then use non-toxic cleaning products. And so I decided my love of candles, I couldn't use the traditional paraffin candles. So I started making my own candles. I went to a candle class, and they just teach you how to make the just normal plain candles. So I decided, okay, if I can do this, I can do anything.
mm,
And I'm one of those people where I feel like if you put your mind to something, you can do anything you want. The world is your oyster, right?
mhm, mhm,
And so I wanted to create non-toxic clean candles. And I opted to use sustainable materials. This ensures a cleaner burn, meaning less soot and fewer toxics are released, making a healthier home environment, safer for children, safer for pets and yourself, but also promoting environmental stewardship.
mhm,
So that created Homescape Plus. And I
mhm,
put plus because I knew eventually I was going to add more products. And that's
mhm,
where the plus came in.
mhm,
So with the candles, we use premium, brands like ours are high quality soy wax,
mhm.
which again burn cleaner and then longer than traditional, they burn longer than the traditional paraffin wax.
Sure.
And so it was important for me to stand out from the crowd, creating new and fresh products while keeping in mind also the traditional candle for everyday use. And this is where it comes like, the dessert candles. That's what I call the dessert candles.
Mm.
Um, Sorry, my dogs. I'm so sorry.
Hey, it's
Um,
okay. It's fascinating looking.
I know, and everybody looks at these and they're like, "Is that looks so real? The sugar cookie, the fruity parfait." Um, there's my five collection, but I'm always adding. Everybody is really intrigued by the morning cereal because it is the Froot Loop and it smells exactly like the Froot Loop. But I also wanted to have that traditional candle with essential oils, triggering the release of good mood boosting chemicals,
Mhm.
uh, and having traditional scents like citrus and mint, things that energize you and are fresh and calming scents.
Sure.
So as you can see, there's been a lot of thinking and mastering going on within the selection of candles. So we move on to my apparel, and I believe that words you choose matter. Each morning, I have these cards, affirmation cards, and it sets me up for the day um, in a good mood. And
Mhm.
that the morning is when your brain is most malleable and you can really set yourself up in a good direction for the day. this is where my t-shirts or and sweatshirts came in, is if you think positive, your day is going to go in a really good direction. And I truly believe, and this is where the vision I had for my apparel, applying positive messages on the apparel. I believe if you, I really believe if you wear it, you feel it, you share it.
Hmm.
Because when people see these kinds of apparels where you've got these positive messages on there, if somebody sees it, they're like, oh my goodness, I love that. I love the shirt. And it sets them up for the day, it keeps them thinking, and you're sharing that positive and you're putting that positivity within the universe. And that was my whole focus on the apparel.
That's very, very interesting. I have one direct question from me I am not a candle person. So, I mean, I enjoy them. They're great, but I'm looking at your products and I'm thinking to myself, the Fruit Loops. Okay.
Yeah.
Are the Fruit Loops actually made from the soy wax that you use?
Everything is made
Everything
from the
is wax
soy wax.
from the
Yeah.
soy wax. Okay. So when they get melted, they're just going to melt into each other. It's not
Yeah.
like I'm going to see an an actual Fruit Loop sitting on the floating on the top of the wax on my candle. Okay.
No,
I
no, I
got it.
make these molds. I make a mold for
Yeah.
like the strawberries, the sugar cookie, the Fruit Loops. And then after that, that's where I pour in the soy wax, put a
Gotcha.
little bit of colorant like mica or something,
Yeah.
and it's all, and it just mo melts down. And then it gives it a kind of a beautiful coloring when it goes down.
Okay.
And
Okay.
even the wicks are cotton,
Oh,
everything.
Oh,
And
okay.
glasses is reusable. I'm actually I'm going to do a collection of cement, um, make my own cement candle vessels too.
ah,
Oh, wow. Very cool. Okay.
Yeah,
very fascinating. So there's one quick question here. Are t-shirts screen printed and washable?
yes, they come on. So I design the print. I send them out. I send the print out and they do it on a screen print film.
Yeah,
And then they send it back to me and I press it.
I
Mm.
gotcha.
Okay. Very cool.
So Angie, as I mentioned, I've got to go jump in the car, so I'm going to check out for a minute. I want Stacy to wrap up with you for a second and make an intro with Chris Atkinson from Primed Fitness. I'll be back on in just a minute.
Sure.
Angie, always a pleasure. Love your store. What I love about tonight's presentation is it demonstrates the variability that we have here, the variable nature of our product lines, even at our young age, just north of 6, 7 months, 8 months, really running hard. It's very cool to see. And I think anybody here on the screen should remember a couple of things, no matter where you are, just the fact that we have the vendor relationships that you're going to see today here in the United States is indicative to you of what you can do and what you could see in your market. You just got to find some people in your market that will work. If any of these vendors don't ship to your market, great. But this is the nature of Shoply. It can be this variable, have this kind of differences in every market and around the world. So I do love that. And the last thing I want to say for sure, because I feel like it's a drumbeat we always have to have, is that everybody on this call, everybody on this Zoom can send a message directly to Angie Cox or any of the guests on this using
Mhm.
on the Zoom on the dashboard of the actual store for that vendor, right? There is a place there we can send a message. And that message could be as simple as, I want you to come present to my team. All right. So we're going to do our call on Thursday night at X, whatever. Come present to my team. They would love to meet you. Or can I collaborate with you? I want to promote your product. How can I do that? What do you suggest is the best? You have an opportunity to interact with every vendor. So if you're a member of Shoply, you can message directly to that vendor, get info, create a relationship, start to collaborate, everything. That's what we do here. We're brokers between all of you. So
Mhm.
Angie, thank you. Sure
Thank
appreciate
you,
it.
lovely.
I'm gonna unplug and I'll be back on in a few minutes, Stacy. Thank you.
Sounds good.
Bye.
Well, Angie, I appreciate you being on. Thank you so much. The one thing that that I always love to hear about is brands that have a purpose behind them And that the reason that you started the brand that you did shows in the love and the care that you give it. It's not just, you know, a product out there just to get out to the masses. There's actually a real purpose why you started it. And it shows the quality of your product and the fact that it's non-toxic, and you did it because, you know, you wanted to have better products for you in your household, and for people that also, I'm sure, will feel the same way as well. So
Thank you,
thanks so much.
lovely.
Yeah, thank you so much for being